everybody, it's Nikki here with Shayla Nix, and today I'm going to be planning out August 5th through the 11th in my Erin Condren Daily Duo planner. And for the first time ever, I am doing this as a voiceover because I was not at all happy with how my original audio turned out. So if this is awful, I apologize. It's my first time ever attempting a voiceover. Okay, so for this week, I am using yet another kit from RomoPlans. In case you can't tell, that tends to be my go-to shop for printable sticker kits. And it is kit 103 from her. And it's just got a really nice, like, whimsical summer vibe to it, which I am trying to enjoy the rest of summer as best as I can while dealing with the heat warnings that we keep ending up with where I live. All right, so for the week that you're watching me plan out, my husband is actually on vacation from work for this week, which he is really excited about. We're not going anywhere or doing anything super exciting. We're just going to enjoy having him not working. And he's really looking forward to having that time to just relax, and it'll be good. But because he is on vacation this week, even though I am putting down that I am going to be working this week on Monday, it will be working from home. So it is going to be the only week that I don't go out to my workplace at all during the week this entire summer, which is going to feel really, really weird for me. But it's really important to me that this week that John has off, that my focus is on enjoying time with him and not trying to be out at my school. So the only way that would change is if he wants to do a quick drive out with me just to drop off copy paper there, because I can't lift the big boxes of copy paper that I have that need to be dropped off at the school. So, but if we go out, it will be together. So on the note of school, we have some changes coming at our school. I've mentioned before that, like, my position has been being a half-time educational assistant at a school on a Hutterite colony. And so the change that is happening is the other EA that was working at that school has announced her retirement. And so it is possible, depending on what they decide at central office, that I could be ending up with something closer to full-time hours, which would be absolutely amazing. So I'm really hoping that things work out that way, and also just really hoping to know what the official plan is soon so that the teacher and I can figure out what the new plan is going to look like now that it's just the two of us, and make the adjustments that we need to for what our plans had originally been for the mornings. So that is a big change coming up, and hopefully by the time I film my next video, I'll actually know what the plan is. But regardless, I've been told I still have my position out there. It's really just, are my hours going to change or not? And if they do change, it'll change to them being more, not less. So that is the situation there. And then this last week when I went out to school, it actually ended up being really fun because the teacher told me the school supplies that were ordered for the kids are there, and you're welcome to go through and do what you need to do with them. Just make sure that you make sure that everything they said they sent us on the invoice is actually there. And I don't know about anybody else, but anything to do with school supplies feels like Christmas morning for me. I love it that much. And so getting to do that for that many kids was so much fun. There are a few things that were back ordered that I will get to have another pseudo Christmas morning with when they come, but it was a lot of fun getting to go through all that stuff. And what another thing that reminds me that I love my job so much, and I can't imagine doing anything else as a job ever after getting to do this job. It is the biggest privilege and honor to get to work where I do. I love it. All right, so last weekend, for our town celebrations, we ended up getting to do the parade for my son with the marching band. Like I'd mentioned, I drove the side by side, and we got him in the back leaning up on roll bars and whatnot with this big old marching bass drum, and it was pretty funny actually. I might actually pop in a picture to the side here. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I ended up so worn out from the heat that I fell asleep super early that day, which means I missed the fireworks. And that was the one thing I was so excited about for town celebrations. And I'm pretty bummed about it because the fireworks are like my favorite thing with town celebrations, right? So I have to wait until next year now for the fireworks, and it's really sad. But it is what it is. Like, what do you do? All right, so the other thing I've been dealing with is trying to tell the difference between whether or not I'm having allergy symptoms or if I'm actually sick with an illness. I get allergies from different things throughout the year. They're just worst about this time of year normally. And it's because as an adult, I've developed an allergy to canola pollen. And when it hits pretty bad. But I had already had that already this year. And so when I started feeling like really sniffly and my throat was bugging me and stuff again this last week, I was like, what is going on? And so I legitimately thought I was sick. But then when I was driving to and from work, because it's out in the country, I was like, oh, there's canola blooming. It has come in 2 different sets this year. Well, this is weird. So, yeah, it's just been that fun game of like, is it allergies or is it actually a sickness? But everything has been indicating that it's allergies. And so that's what I'm going with because that's just life, right? On Wednesday, I took my oldest son, Cass, into the city and we got him fitted for his knee brace that he needs because he has chronic patellar instability, which essentially means his knee has been dislocating many times over the last several years, and it's probably not going to stop anytime soon. And so one of the things that the knee clinic recommended to him after he was referred to them based on his MRI results was that he needs a brace to help with that. So we got him in, we got him fitted. He picked one of 3 braces that he liked the best and got that all dealt with. And we did make a phone call to get the ball rolling for him to get a physiotherapy appointment. It's just taking a while to get that set up. So we're going to have to figure out, like, do we want to stay with the place that we decided to do this with, or do we want to go one town over and hopefully the ball will roll a little faster there? So we're going to have to decide that this next week, which will, yeah. All right. And I did finish the book that I had been reading, Woke Up Like This, and it was really good. And it reminded me just how much I love reading, which I'm so thankful for because I have really struggled with reading for years now. And that's been really hard for me. Reading was my go-to thing for enjoyment the entire time I was growing up. It was my escape. It was my solace. It meant so much to me. And So to be struggling with wanting to read has been really difficult. So being able to have read a book relatively quickly and really enjoyed it really meant a lot to me, to the point that I have ordered all the other books that our library system has from that author, and I have one of them in already that I'm about to start reading, and then I have the other ones still coming in, and I'm excited to read them. Another thing that I've been doing, and it's funny because I finished up this task like literally within 20 minutes of starting to film this video, was getting my reusable sticker books done. I had been completely redoing them. I have 3 of them. One is a 4x6 and 2 of them are 5x7s. And how I'd had them set up just was not working for how I've been using my stickers. And so I completely redid them, and I think it's going to work a lot better for me now. But it was a lot of work to get all that stuff moved around, especially when I was trying to move stuff from one point in one book to a different point in the same book, because it's like wire O binding on it, which really tells me that at some point I need to just deal with the expense and get reusable sticker book situation that is on rings, so that I can take pages out individually, which will be a lot easier when I have to make switches. But for right now, I have what I have and I'm making it work, and I'm really happy with what I got set up for myself. The thing that we've been talking about in our family a fair bit this last week is doing renovations on my oldest son's room. So I mentioned in my previous video that he is engaged, and that was something that we've known for quite a while was coming. It was more like they just actually officially set a date and that's when we started really announcing it, was when they actually had a date set. And so to give a bit of information about it, they're getting married pretty young. Like, they're both still going to be 18 when they get married. And so because of that, and because of the economy that we are in, they had some pretty big concerns about just how to make things work. And so my husband and I offered to them, well, like, Cass, you have a living space with a kitchenette area just off of your bedroom here. Why don't we put a door on that room, and you guys can have like basically your own apartment space here in the house, and like you help out a little bit with expenses, but you'll be able to save quite a bit of money until you guys feel like you have what you need to go start out in your own place. And they were really excited about that idea. So that is what the plan is. But with that, we were talking and we were like, the flooring needs to be redone in his bedroom and it needs to be painted. And so we started talking about the flooring first, because we were like, that's the really big one. Like, yeah, paint would be nice, but flooring needs to happen. So I showed him what I'm using for the flooring that I have to redo in a spot upstairs. And I was like, hey, what do you think about this? Because, yeah, you guys are going to be down there for a while, but eventually this will be our space. And so whatever we do for the flooring down there has to be okay with me as well. And he's like, no, I really like that. It looks really good. And so we started making plans for that. And then he brought up with me, you know, Mom, if we're pulling up the old flooring and redoing it, we probably should just do the painting then rather than trying to paint later on over the new flooring. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. It would be really dumb to pull up the flooring and not do the painting then. So we went and I went with him and his fiance. We picked out some different paint chips that they wanted to try out. We stuck them on his walls in different areas so we could see what it looked like in different lighting and then at different times of the day and stuff. And found a color that all three of us agreed we kind of liked that one the best. So we picked out the paint color and we know what we're doing for the floors. So that is going to be our big project for Labor Day weekend. So that'll be less than a month now when we're doing that. So we've been trying to figure all of that out, which has been fine. And I'm actually really excited that this is going to be getting done, and I think it's going to look really good once it's done. And then just focusing on getting the decluttering done downstairs faster than we had originally planned on, because we're trying to get this space ready. So that is the renovation situation. And I don't know, I think we're all just looking forward to making progress in that area, and they're excited that they're getting married, obviously, and I'm super excited to be getting a daughter-in-law. Super, super, super excited. So yeah, that's been fun. And then just talking like wedding colors with them and stuff like that, and figuring out what all the different things they need to think about. They tell me what they want and I make sure it gets written down, because that's more how my brain works than theirs. And yeah, it's fun. So that's kind of what's been going on here. So I am just gonna speed you guys up for a bit while I finish putting the stickers down for the week here, and then I will come back and talk to you about what I put down and what I have going on for this week. Okay, so on Monday, the only thing I want to really focus on is just getting a bit of work done from home that day. So, and then this video that you're watching now goes live that morning, and it is also my nephew's birthday that day. So that is my plan for Monday. Then Tuesday, we are just doing some decluttering downstairs in the living space that Cass and his fiance will take over. Wednesday, I want to play some Dungeons and Dragons with my husband, and we're going to be taking in recycling and going to the dump, and then doing aquafit that evening. More decluttering on Thursday, making a designated space for my diamond painting on Friday, having a date with John, hopefully, and then also aquafit on Saturday, getting my errands done, and also doing my filming for my YouTube channel that day. And for me, errands includes picking up groceries and going to the library for sure, and sometimes other things that I have as well. And then for Sunday, just getting my editing and uploading done for the channel, going to church, and getting laundry done. And then I have my reflections page done up for the week, which has blue and coral pink from Zebra Mildliners. So that is going to be it for this video. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody. Bye.